On behalf of the Quaker Mtg House Association, I welcome you to the Quaker Mtg House. First, I would like to thank Ranger Chuck Garning and the Blackstone River Valley National Historic Park for giving me this chance to show you my special place and to give you an idea of the few things we do around here. But how about a little background info first? The Mtg House was built in 1770 by the Society of Friends, or more commonly called the Quakers. Friends had been settling in this area for a long time, and this section actually was called Quaker City, and once was the commercial center of Uxbridge. We like to get visitors to come here so we can get you to imagine what was it like to be a friend in Quaker City, and what was it like to be a friend who worshiped in the Mtg House. The Mtg House is a unique venue in the Blackstone Valley. What makes it unique? Well, one thing is it's a prime example of primitive architecture. From the exposed wooden hand-hewn beams, to the bricks that were made at the brickyard across the road at the river, to the simple wooden benches, the Mtg House stands out in its raw elegance. Personally, I prefer not to think of it as a singularity. I like to think of it as a single pearl in a strand of beautiful pearls scattered throughout the Blackstone Valley. Because the Blackstone Valley is a very important part of the history of this great nation. It's not only the abundant natural resources, it's the people. The valley was blessed with free thinkers, people of passion, creative people, and a lot of those people built this Mtg House and worshiped here. So if you came down and you were a visitor, you would take a ride into your imagination. Let's stand out here. Imagine a Sunday worship here. The Quakers pulling up in their buggies, walking here on foot, all dressed in the plain dress, speaking the plain speak, taking part in a holy conversation. Imagine the men and the women walking through their separate entrances, every single one of them filled with the Holy Spirit, eager to meet in silent worship. But I'd like to slide my history bar up a little bit and have you think about the conflicts that took place in this Mtg House, where the Quakers struggled to align their faith with an ever-changing, tumultuous period in history. But we'll slide a little further to the sad end, when this once bustling Mtg House that was filled with worship and prayer becomes quiet, is silent, the doors are shuttered, and for 50 years stands neglected and alone. But a group of dedicated volunteers, one of which I'm a member of the association, took over the Mtg House, and for over 60 years has maintained the buildings, the grounds, and the historic cemetery, relying solely on the generous support of our donors. We would like everyone who visits here to feel this house is a part of your personal history. Everyone who lives in the valley has a stake in this Mtg House. And how do I do this? We do it through exploration and discovery. We open houses, school tours, participate in ranger programs. We even have weddings. But perhaps everybody's favorite is our annual Interfaith Thanksgiving morning worship service. So if you would like more information, or you want to arrange a tour, you can contact us via email at Quaker Mtg House ASSOC@gmail.com. All one word. Quaker Mtg House ASSOC@gmail.com. To sum it all up, to save history, you have to share history by getting involved. I invite you to get involved in your special places and my special place. Thank you. I bid you peace.
Well, Carol, one of the things I want to thank you so very much about doing here, and you do it so very well so often, is to share this wonderful historic site with us. For rangers here in the Blackstone Valley, we don't own anything. Federal government doesn't own anything, so we have to play in your yard. Hopefully we play nicely. But for your volunteer work that your group does here to preserve this landscape is such an important part of the story of the Blackstone Valley and of America. We thank you so very much for letting us come here and tell the stories. And this happens throughout the Blackstone Valley. Volunteer groups, historical societies, house museums, and other sites work so very hard to capture the essence of what took place here in the Blackstone Valley, where America's journey to industrialization began. So thank you.
Thank you.
Many more.
Oh.